Hey friends, it's Alex of Star Astrology. Welcome back to my channel. This is my video for the new moon in Virgo coming in on September 2nd, 2024, which is a Monday on Pacific Standard Time. However, you'll want to adjust for your current location on the planet as that time and date may change for you. Here on Pacific Standard Time, it'll be around 8 o'clock p.m. I'm going to come into the present right now. It's around 8:30 p.m. on Saturday as I film this. And you can see that the moon is in Leo. It'll go into Virgo tomorrow. And so we'll really be feeling the new moon energies on Sunday. But yeah, the new moon itself is on Monday. So this new moon definitely has some serious vibes. It's definitely not my favorite new moon of the year, but it does mark an important keynote moment in our Mercury retrograde, which thankfully is almost complete. Mercury has gone direct, but we are still completing post-shadow, and the post-shadow of this Mercury retrograde is definitely noteworthy because we still have one square to Uranus, which I will cover. But the new moon itself, not the most joyful vibes. Yeah, that's because the new moon here at 11 degrees Virgo is in opposition to Saturn. And Virgo itself is a little bit more of a serious sign already because Virgo is a grounded earth sign that is focused on practicality and improvement and purification. So those are very important things for a well-balanced life, but they are not what we really associate with joy, fun, and leisure, right? And the serious nature, the rational nature of this new moon is compounded by the fact that Saturn is opposite the new moon. So Saturn is bringing in this extra level of seriousness. This is a combination of Capricorn and Virgo having a conversation about what to do for this new cycle. New moons mark a new beginning stepping forward. Now, the ruler of this new moon is going to give us more information about what we are seriously considering, what we're needing to improve or purify. And the ruler of this new moon is Mercury, which again is completing post-shadow after a grueling retrograde. This retrograde, granted, it's not the only crazy thing happening in the skies right now by any stretch. The zodiac is a bit of a shit show right now. But it's definitely been contributing to a significant amount of the destabilizing energies that we've been experiencing over the last several weeks. That's because this Mercury retrograde makes 3 stress aspects in its retrograde journey. We have gone through 2 already, so congratulations. We have almost gone through the gauntlet, but we still have 1 more, and that's going to come up in the first week of September. August, as we have been discussing, definitely hands down the most intense month of 2024. September kind of, yeah, September does carry that theme over, I want to say. I want to say it's a little bit less intense because Jupiter and Saturn are not in exact square anymore, but there's still a lot going on. And in these YouTube reports, I focus in on the new moons and full moons themselves, and I don't deviate much away from them. If you are interested in a comprehensive, detailed, day-by-day breakdown, I have a monthly membership at coyotestarastrology.com. I'll put that down in the description box, where you get a weekly forecast where I go over the nuances and the details of all of these little transits that are happening. And you're kind of forewarned because I tell you as they come in. So if you're interested in more astrology to assist you in your journey, head on over there to check out our community over there. But yeah, so this new moon, the ruler is Mercury. Mercury is direct. Thank God. Hallelujah. making some progress. The waves of energy are crashing forward. We are having realizations. We've had a lot of realizations over the last week, have we not? Around certain things that we've been ruminating on. In whatever area Mercury's been transiting your chart, you've been rethinking, reconstructing, and revamping that area through this retrograde. You've had some curveballs thrown at you with those Uranus squares. Now Mercury he's headed out the door. He's like, okay, I'm cleaning up shop. Things are falling in their resting places. Mercury is trine Chiron during this new moon. So there's this aspect of healing around something that has been in a revision process, or healing around something that has been causing some level of, I want to say, turmoil because of the Uranus squares, or at the very least, some sense of like unsettling nature in your life. This new moon hallmarks a desire or a nudge to head in a new direction as a result of some of these realizations. But there is a very serious nature to this because Saturn is opposite the sun. So it's kind of like looking at things in a very sober light, a very realistic light of like, where am I actually at with this? And I really want to take some very grounded, practical, and rational steps towards improvement in some area of life that has recently exposed itself to need some improvement, basically. Quick note to anyone dealing with something with their health. This Mercury retrograde happened in two signs. It started in Virgo, then it went into Leo. Now it's headed back towards Virgo. This may have stirred up health themes for some individuals. If that is you, you may have experienced some confusion over the last week when Venus and Virgo opposed Neptune. That was really not fun. Hopefully that confusion is clearing a little bit now. This new moon might mark an important moment in your health journey. This is an incredible new moon to put a new foot forward around some type of improvement in your health regimen, your daily nutrition, or some kind of daily commitment that you can make towards your health. This is an excellent new moon to put a foot forward in that way. But outside of health, this is just a moon that seems hell-bent on improvement in general, but because of the Saturn aspects, again, it just has this very like sobering, serious, rational gaze of like, this is an area that I need to put in work because something is not quite right. And it's likely around something that you've been mulling over for the last few weeks because Mercury is the ruler. Just a quick note on the confusing nature of the chart right now. Mars is square Neptune exact in this chart, and that is a real bummer. Squares from Neptune are not fun. They're probably my least favorite transits, actually, because when Neptune squares something, it brings in lack of clarity and a real inability to discern the truth of something. When we have squares to Mars from Neptune, it's very difficult to discern our direction, and that's obviously very problematic. Mars is our direction in life. It's how we move forward, how we go after things. And with Mars square Neptune, there can be an area of life where you just don't know what you're doing, or you don't know the truth, you don't know up from down. And this is just a moment in our year where we kind of need to be okay with that. Obviously going to be helpful to look at where Mars is transiting your chart, because that's going to help you fine tune it to your life and figure out exactly where this confusion might be taking place. But ultimately, this is a little storm we need to let pass by, and it's going to extend itself into September by a couple of weeks. So as I always say with Neptune clouds or Neptune hazes, it's kind of just like grab an inner tube and float right now. Don't struggle. And if you're dealing with themes around dishonesty, that can come up sometimes, especially with Gemini, or just self-deception, just being like, oh my God, I thought it was this way. I thought I felt that way. Now I don't. You know, it's kind of just like We're in a moment of searching for the door in the dark and we can't really find it. Another example I gave on my Instagram is like, you know, in a dream when you're looking at an object in your hand and it changes as you look at it, like 1 minute it's a key and then it morphs into something else. And it's just that like really weird, ethereal, undulating, like that's Neptune. It's just like something is changing before your very eyes, and that can be outside of yourself within a situation, or it can be within yourself emotionally, where you feel very strongly in one moment it's this, and then literally a day later you're like, actually wait, I'm high, I have no idea why I thought that yesterday, actually I feel this way. So in this new moon, that energy is strong because that square is exact. So it kind of seems like there's two energies at play. The new moon is suggesting, okay, I need a fresh start. I need to improve and purify an area of life that has been very unstable over the last few weeks during this retrograde. Simultaneously, regarding direction in another area, things are currently unclear. So again, there is a big presence of destabilization and lack of clarity happening in the skies right now. There just is, there's no way around it. Uranus stationed retrograde over the weekend. That kicked up more Uranian energies. Uranian energies bring in change. So it's kind of all happening there. September itself, to me, feels like a gigantic purge. It really does. It's a month of cleansing by having to look at things that are difficult and sort through a lot of relationship themes. We're going to start to see that kick up throughout September. And it all starts, honestly, with the kickoff of this new moon in Virgo. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and a share. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in sitting one-on-one and doing a reading with me, I am available for those and taking bookings right now. You can find me to book there at coyotestarastrology.com. All right, you guys, thanks so much, and bye for now.